Welcome back, everyone. This is JTM Plays, and we are back with ASKA. Man, it's been a while since we played some ASKA, hasn't it? Right? We did a whole playthrough, live streamed it, did a couple of episodes with it, but we're back because this game just got a huge, massive new update. It's called Hearth and Honey, and we're going to be playing through it and seeing what it's all about. Now, this is sort of, they've added a couple of things since I last played the game. One of the big major updates was the boating. There was a sailing update that I missed completely. So I want to go back and see what that's all about as well. But we're going to be starting up from a brand new save, and we're going to be building up a new city and automating everything with our villagers. And that's going to be a lot of fun because I really do enjoy automating things in this game, and it's just very simple. It's like an automation Valheim. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Let's jump right in. First things first, we're going to play around with some settings. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. We are going to play an ultra here, and I do want to see, just to make sure that everything is doing fine, a dynamic resolution. That's new. We could turn that on, see what that's all about. DLSS and FSR. Maybe we could play with some DLSS, right? See what that does. Filter quality, max performance. Let's go with maximum quality here. We'll play with VSync on and all of the good stuff. Contact shadows. Let's turn all of this on. See what happens here. Chromatic aberration. We're not going to play with that. And that should be fine. Okay, apply. Let's jump into the game now. We're going to be playing single player, normal settings. We don't want to play custom with difficulties. We are going to be uploading to cloud, and this is going to be called our season 2, right? Let's go ahead and name it that. And we should be all set. I love my preset of my player character, and we're just going to start. We're going to jump right in. All right, and here we are. Look at the massive dude. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, so we know kind of what to do. It's been a while since I've played the game, but we kind of know what to do, right? We're going to go ahead and gather up all these bloods from here, and we're going to sort of play along with the tutorial, right? Okay, so the gods decree, construct the Eye of Odin and rebuild your tribe. That is our main mission, is construct the Eye of Odin and recruit as many villagers as possible. That is what we're going to do. All right, so let's find that wisp, right? We just got to start collecting things. I'm going to collect some of this stuff, which is wood and reeds, and then we can turn the reeds into fibers. We can turn the fibers into ropes, and we can turn the ropes into tools. So I will be right back with our next order of business. If you press C here, it shows you on the ground where there are items that you can pick up. For example, there's a bunch of stones here, which is what I need. There's also these mussels here. These mussels are a really good food source, and I'm going to pick up a couple of those so that we have a decent supply of food. All right, so yeah, so we're still looking for stones, right? There's a bunch of stones on the ground here. I really love that ability to scan the environment and collect stuff from the ground. There's some more mussels right over here. Pretty good food source. If we eat a mussel, right? Press right click to use. So there we go. We ate some mussels. What does that give us in turn here? So we got, you see at the bottom there are 2 buffs, right? There are 2 buffs. If we press I, we can see we have 2 buffs. Well hydrated, your stamina replenishes quickly, and well fed, your strength and agility is increased. So it's always good to be well fed, right? So we're going to keep that buff on at all times so that we can continue moving fast and being strong. Now, I did say we needed to craft some tools, right? I love how the items that you pick up, the items that you collect, go on your back. And you'll see that when we get some tools even further. So that is what this looks like. I'm going to press B to craft things, and we're going to craft ropes. Let's craft all the ropes that we can because we're going to be using it. I know that we're going to need a lot of ropes and not any fibers for the time being. So all of that is all set. We got a bunch of stones. So I'm going to go ahead and craft as many crafted stone blades as possible, right? We're going to craft the stone blades, and we're probably going to need to get more stone. So I'm going to go find some stone right over here. Okay. If you press E, you pick up 1. If there are multiple items of the same kind at or around the area, then you can press T and it'll pick up all of the items in the area. But right now they're not too close together. The next thing that we want to do is we want to find a place to build a village. And this spot, this area right here seems like a good spot. It's close to the ocean, close to our shipwreck, and Wisp is all the way down there. We'll get to him in a second. Now, in order to harvest this big stone here, we need to craft our stone pickaxe. So I'm going to do that because we have the material. We need sticks, stones, and a rope. Let's go ahead and craft our first tool here. We now have our pickaxe, which we can use to break down this stone even further. And then that gives us more stone here that we could use to craft more tools. Okay, so we've got some more stones here that we can pick up now with T to harvest all those stones that are nearby. That is a very good, decent supply of stone. If we press I for inventory here again, we can see that we have a decent amount of stones. That's always good. Let's harvest some more because we're going to need a lot of this. Okay, and here we are. We're gathering some more sticks because we're going to need them. Now that we have the stones that we need, that means that we can go ahead and craft some more stone blades. Let's go ahead and do that. I think we are going to need at least a handful more. That should be good. We need a stone axe. Let's craft that. We have the materials for that. We need a wooden hoe. Let's go ahead and craft that as well. We're also going to need a wooden hammer. And last but not least, a stone knife. We need all these tools so that we can harvest most of the stuff that we need. Now, the next order of business here is crafting our first campfire. So that's what we're going to do. In order to craft a campfire, we need 4 fibers and 6 sticks. That should be easy enough. We don't have the sticks, but we can gather them right over here. So let's go ahead and gather that and then build our first campfire. We also need to find a place for our base. That is for sure going to be probably right around back there because that seems like a flat area, right? I did mention that earlier. Let's continue grabbing some sticks. Actually, that's enough sticks. Let's grab some more thatch or reeds here so that we can turn that into fiber. Our gathering skill's already at level 9. Okay, our inventory's full. Inventories fill up really, really quickly here. You have an inventory system that works this way. You can carry small items. These items usually stack, like the stones and the ropes, things like that. The Jotun blood is also a small item, but it doesn't stack. One of the exceptions there, you can see the muscles, they stack. Then you have medium items. Medium items are sticks, things like thatch, which we can refine even further. If you hold shift, you click on that, that creates our fiber. That is what we need. So we're going to go ahead and clean that up. Sticks do not get refined further, but if you will see here pretty shortly when we start gathering, where is our axe? So you will see very shortly here when we start doing some gathering of wood that there is a log that can go into that big old large item slot. You can only carry one of those at a time. So I do want to move into the area here. This is going to be a really nice area. I think this is a good spot for our base. Yeah, and we have to do some leveling and things like that, but this is a good spot. It's far away from the beach that the water won't be an issue, and then we can expand later on when we cut down all these trees. Okay, all right, this is the spot. Let's go ahead and build our simple fire right over here. As you can see, everything you put down is just the blueprint, and then you have to feed it the supplies and build, and it builds on its own there. Sometimes you're going to need hammers and things. A hammer, which I have here on my number 8 slot. Okay, so this needs fuel. It already has fuel. It has a stick, so we don't need to feed it fuel. Now we are going to ignite it by holding E, and boom, that is a fireplace. Now the game is going to want us to go ahead and upgrade this simple fire into a campfire. The way that we do that is we press T while looking at the campfire. Press T opens the structure menu, which we can then hit build to plan out a bigger campfire. So that's what we're going to do. Now, we do have stones. We have 6 stones and we have 3 sticks. That's what we need to build this campfire. If we place it here with R, you can see that it's supplied, but it's still missing something. What is it missing? It says I'm missing supplies. I'm missing what, man? I'm missing, not thatch. Q to pin recipe. Oh, there you go. I'm missing a stick. A singular stick. Now we can cut down this tree. Here's what's going to happen when we cut down. Oh, our axe is too weak to cut down this tree. So that's fine. Let's go see if we can cut down this tree right here. Hold R to harvest. Yes, we can. We can cut down this young fir. This young fir is going to give us a lot of material. One of which is going to be firewood. Firewood is very handy. Now look at this. This is a long stick. A long stick, if we pick this up, is a stick that is a big item, large item. We carry it with our hands like so. We can go ahead and drop this big stick because we don't have anything to do with it. Oh, look at this. We found some resin. Press T to AoE gather, right? This is a stick. That's what we need. Let's hold press T on that as well. And then we have some bark here, which is also very good. There's that firewood. I'll take the stone. Why not? And here we have a natural water collector. We can press E to hold E to drink. And we got ourselves a couple of buffs here. Right. So take a look at these buffs. We are well fed. That means our strength is increased. We are well hydrated. That means our stamina is also now increased. And then there's a fire here, so hot gases that glow. That's not giving us a buff at the moment, but it is very useful later on. All right, let's supply the last bit of items that we need here, which is a single stick. Let's turn on our campfire and be happy. There you go. We got a campfire. Awesome. All right, so can we go ahead and press T to open the campfire menu? Now, there are a couple of other upgrades that we can add. One is a barbecue, one is a fire cover. We can do the barbecue first. Yeah, barbecue seems fine. Let's go ahead and add that, and we'll go ahead and add the supplies, which is just a couple of sticks. We need some more sticks. Let's cut down some more trees. Can we gather this dwarf spruce here? Yes, we can. Let's pick up these sticks here and gather some more things. Get some blueberries there. That's also very handy. And can we cut down some more trees? Yes, we can. We're going to need some more sticks, right? All right, we'll continue harvesting this guy right here. Press C to gather all the things like bark, resin, sticks, and some more sticks. That was a big tree, by the way. That was a very big tree. Now, we can feed this and supply this thing right here. This needs sticks. And then it says it needs more items. Cue the recipe there. It needs some more sticks. Do we have a stick here? Yes, there's one right on the ground. We do need this bad boy. Let's put that in right there. Okay, good. Now we can press E to build. This is where the hammer comes into play here. This small, flimsy hammer made out of wood is very slow to build, but it is still very useful. We'll get some better hammers later on, which allows us to build faster. Now, we have the barbecue ready. Now we can start cooking things. Mostly it would be animal meat and stuff like that. We don't have it. I thought we could cook the mussels, but we cannot. That's completely fine. What we need to do next now is talk to this wisp here. This wisp will tell us what to do next. So the accommodation, press B to open the build menu and build a shelter. Shelters are the most basic of lodging for you and your villagers. This is what we want to build next. Well, let's go ahead and pin that here, accommodation. Let's also gather this dwarf spruce. Okay. Now, first order of business is building the shelter, right? We're going to build shelters around this campfire. So we're going to build 2 shelters here, and we're going to press E to level. You have to level the land. All right, this is going to need required supplies, 2 big sticks, which we already have. We have 1 here. So let's go ahead and bring that over. Supply that. And let's get another one. Some buildings have multiple stages. As you'll see now, we will be building this shelter here, which we can build it. And then we're going to jump into the next stage, which is going to require different material. There you go. That is our shelter. Now this requires some sticks. Okay, it requires 8 sticks, 2 ropes, and another long stick, which we have some right over here. We also need some more of these smaller sticks, right? All right, let's go ahead and bring over this long stick. And then we need 2 more normal sticks. There you go. So that gave us some bark, which we'll take, some sticks, which we'll also take, and then some firewood, which we will, I guess we took it, right? We took it. We didn't really need it. We're going to supply the sticks, and then we need to craft 2 ropes. So 1 and 2. Perfect. Supply that and build. This gets us to our first shelter. Oh no, now we need some bark, which is fine. We have bark, right? We have bark. Yeah, we got a bunch of bark here. Supply that and then build it right away. Awesome. We had exactly what we needed. There you go. All right, we got our first accommodation. This thing right here says we can sleep. Perfect. If we press R, we can't do it right now because we're sleeping. We're going to get a well-rested bonus at the moment if we sleep here for a little while. And that is something that you always want to have. Now, on the top left there, you can see that we have a settlement issue. We now have the well-rested bonus, by the way. Press I, you can see energized, and your stamina replenishes quickly, and we're by a fire. If you press tab, you can see there on the top left. Pressing tab opens up the settlement issues. The settlement says here, no water supply in the settlement. Build a clean water source from the build menu. So we need to provide our villagers with basic needs. One basic need is a rain collector. So let's go ahead and build this rain collector over down yonder over here. This should be a fine little spot. Let's go ahead and level the terrain. Right? And then this needs sticks and also long sticks. So both kinds of sticks. Let's go ahead and try and cut this tree down if possible. Can we press R here and harvest it? Yes, we can. This tree should supply all the materials that we need for that single build there. That should be not a problem at all. There you go. All right, we'll pick up the bark. We'll pick up the sticks. We'll bring it over to here and we'll deposit everything. There you go. Bring it over. Done. And then now what does this need? This needs 3 sticks. 3 long sticks. Let's grab all this resin and all these sticks. We need better tools. We have to look for the smaller ones like this young fir. A storm is coming. Thor is beating his hammer. We better hurry. Let's get the rest of the supplies and get that water catcher ready. That will allow us to start inviting people to the village. And then those people can start doing things for us. There you go. All right. So we got a lot of stuff here. We got a lot of bark. I'll take the bark. And our inventory is full because of that. All right. So let's take this long stick back first. That, by the way, is the Jotun bloods. You'll see shortly that we need a lot of Jotun blood to invite villagers to our village. Let's supply what we need here. We need a singular stick. So let's see if this tree here dropped some sticks for us. It did indeed drop sticks. We'll pick up all the sticks. Here's some more. And our inventory is once again full. Okay, now it is raining. And yeah, we need to get some shelter. But let's build this out first, right? We're gonna do this, build this out, and then we'll have taken care of one of our settlement needs. The next thing that we need to build, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be. Oh, look at that! We're getting water here already. That's very nice, very nice. If we press now tab, no food production building in settlement. Build a food production building to avoid starvation. No immigration. Build the Eye of Odin, and 100% of your structures are defenseless, as well as 100% of your structures are not enclosed in walls. So that is a thing that you'll be seeing all throughout the playthrough. Our village will be undefended for a long time until we build fences, and it's going to take a while to build a wall around our village, especially if we are going to be expanding. All right, so good. Now, do we want to do the next thing? The next thing is building that Eye of Odin, right? So where do we build the Eye of Odin? We can build a water well. That's one option. The Eye of Odin is now unlocked here, and we can build that very nicely right next to our campfire over here. Let's see if we can rotate, right? Press E to rotate, and boom, there you go. So this seems like an okay place to do the things. Let's give it some stones and some sticks. We also are going to need some long sticks and some normal sticks, right? So let's cut down some more trees. This thing right here, dwarf spruce, should give us some sticks. Very nice. Let's go ahead and hand those over. We need 2 more sticks. We can find some more sticks over here, right? We cut down this tree earlier. We can also pick up this log and bring it over, like so. Right? We can upgrade this campfire if we want it with a fire cover that allows the fire not to be turned off with rain. And all it needs is some thatch, right? Thatch and sticks and also rope. So we could do that, right? We could craft some ropes here with a little bit of fiber that we have. We're going to need some more. Do we have any more bark and thatch that we could turn into fiber? Yes, we do. craft some more ropes. Go ahead and do that. Supply the ropes, and now all we need is sticks. 4 sticks. Can we cut down this fir? No. We have bark. We have resin. And do we have... Oh, we do need a long stick, but then we also need normal sticks. So can I put this down? Please. Yeah, and then can I cut down this long stick here? We're going to harvest this. Pick up all these sticks. Pick up the bark. Pick up some more sticks if possible. Nope. All right, so we got the sticks and we have the long stick. This is going to be good for us. We're going to get that Eye of Odin. We're going to get our first worker to come and live with us. That is going to be amazing. All right, supply everything. Build it. If you build it, they will come. And boom, we have our Eye of Odin. Oh no, the Eye of Odin requires 2 stones. 2 stones. We have to find 2 stones. Here we go. We can cut down, or yeah, we can cut down this stone right here. We can harvest this. Perfect. And then we can pick up this big old stone and we can bring it over to the Eye of Odin. Like so. Supply. And let's go get another one. Let's pick up these small stones as well. We cut down this little guy right here. And then we have our 2 large stones. Okay. And finally, boom. That is our Eye of Odin. We can now press E to build it out. All right. So that's our Eye of Odin here. We have a storage that we can supply the Jotun blood with, right? Can we do that? We're not trying to harvest it. We're trying to supply it like so. Now, we got 5 Jotun bloods. Every 5 Jotun bloods, we can summon a villager. If we hit summon here, we can choose a villager. I think we want to get this Kara guy because the Kara guy gives us resilient surge. And that is one of the things that we want to have. So we're going to pick Kara over Hida. Confirm. Okay, and it takes 3 minutes to summon our new villager. Once he is summoned, we will be able to send her off on some tasks. Now, okay, this is missing some sticks. Let's continue finding our sticks so that we can supply the, what's it called? The campfire with some shelter. I also want to go ahead and build that second house because that second house will be for my new villager. What did we need for this? It's just sticks, right? Yeah, so we picked up all these sticks. We're going to pick up this onion that we have here. Sure, right? Craft, gather the onion. Also, can I go ahead and gather this? Yes, I can. I can gather these Jotun blood stones. I'm going to need them to get our people summoned. Now, if you noticed, I haven't fought any enemies, really. That's because I'm a bit of a coward. I'm not ready to fight anyone yet. All right, so we got 2 Jotun bloods from that. That's awesome. And we got 2 large stones as well. Let's bring this large stone over here, just in case we need it for later. I want to start stockpiling it right here. And then we can supply this and build it. There you go. Okay, and this allows us to do the following. We can ignite this and it won't turn off in the rain. This also needs some fuel. We'll give it some campfire fuel. Yeah, we'll give it some campfire wood. It's 80% fueled and at a good sort of, yeah, it should be fine. It'll stay on. Open storage, small cooked food rack. We don't have any food that we can put there. Maybe we can put the mussels in there. Mussels. Eat or pick up. Grab that and I will consume because we are low on water. Let's drink some water as well. Yeah, there you go. We'll keep ourselves hydrated there. Let's also finish up this other hut right here. All right. So this now needs 2 long sticks. Let's go find those. We just cut down a tree, right? We can bring it over. There we go. Right over here. Pick this up. Bring it back. Yeah, Odin has run out of fuel. It has summoned our first villager. There she is, I mean. She will automatically go and pick up the necessary items that we need to build this shelter, which is really, really good. Let's supply this right here. She's bringing back another long log, and then we should be fine. Let me grab the sticks that we need from here. Also, this bark is going to be super useful. And let's cut down another tree so that our friend there can come and gather. All right. Now she's coming. She's going to get some stuff. Let's see what we need for our tier 2. Sorry, second stage of this shelter here. Just need some sticks, some rope, and some long sticks. So we could do that no problem. Let's get some of this turned into fiber so that we can then turn that into rope. We press B, we press rope, craft, all set, supply, and then we also need some sticks. So let's go get some sticks as well. I'll take some of this. I'll take some of this resin. And I will take, well, we could take the log or we can harvest it, right? Let's harvest one of these and get some sticks from that. Good. Let's pick up those sticks, pick up that bark and firewood. Sure, I'll take the firewood. All right, bring the log over and then we should be all set. What do you want, Wisp? You are on your own now. The gods have given you a second chance to rebuild your tribe. Gather your people, give them jobs, keep them happy, and together you will thrive. Remember to watch your health and use onion or garlic to heal up. Healing can also be done by resting. All right, for guidance, please check the tutorial page. Oh, this is cool. Wisp waste. Kill a few wisps. We haven't done any of that yet. All right, well, that's fine. Let's finish up this thingy-madob right here. We're going to supply that with that, and we're going to drop this thing right here, and we're going to build this shelter. Now it needs thatch. What do you need? It says that she could not find any long stick, rope, stick, or bark. I am homeless. Please give me a place to sleep. Okay, I'm going to give you this bed right here. You now have a place to sleep. Awesome. Now, what is it that you need as well? Could not find any long stick, rope, stick, or bark. I am a builder, but you can assign me to a proper workplace. That's awesome. All right, so let's get some bark. Let's harvest this stick right here. All right, perfect. Now we can use this hut for myself. Let's go ahead and take a nap here and get the well-rested buff, because that's something that we're missing. Yeah, so the game doesn't hold your hand anymore. Once you have gone past this little tutorial here, you are on your own, and it's a total sandbox game. Your job is to go find some bosses, kill them, get some more powers, continue to grow your village with villagers. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go find some more of this blood, right? We're going to harvest this thing right here and allow our village to grow. The first thing I want to build is probably going to be a miner, because I want a miner to go mine Jotun bloods. I think they do. I think it's the miners that do that, unless I'm wrong. All right, so here's a Jotun blood. Only got one from that. Not, not ideal. Let's go find another rock and harvest that, because I want to get another villager. All right, so we need 2 more bloods, which I can't harvest. Can't harvest that one. It's too big as well. All right, nice. This one gave us 1 single blood as well. So that we got 4 bloods. Let's find another one. We just need 1 more. There's a stone right over there. Well, we got another storm coming in. That's not ideal. Gotta get ready for that. Oh, and also looks like I'm very hungry. So let's eat some food, right? That's another blood. There's only 1 blood. So now we have 5. We can go ahead and do that. Let's eat some mussels. Let's actually eat some more mussels. All right, there you go. We are now full. Let's go back. And let's summon another Viking. Summon. Now, who do we have here? We have Resilient Surge. I think we're going to get Soggy Discomfort and Snow Rider. This guy doesn't like water, so we're probably not a good idea to get this person. This one has Resilient Surge, which is also a really good perk. And, oh, looks like she's going to nap. Now, what does our villager need here? No food production building and settlement. Build a food production building to avoid starvation. Well, I don't want you to starve, right? Can we cook some stuff here? We can cook an onion. Let's do that. View tasks. We don't have a worker assigned. That's fine. Let's take a look at what we can build now. Settlement needs a what? Basic production. We need a woodcutter's pit, a stonecutter's pit, and a gatherer's pit. I think it's going to be the stone tavern pit that we want to build next. We also want to go ahead and build terrain level pathmaker. We want to get this pathmaker. Requires a workshop pit. Workshop pit is not available to us yet. That's probably over here. Yeah, there you go. Okay, the workshop pit requires a stonecutter's pit and a woodcutter's pit, so we can't build paths yet. All right, let's build our stonecutter's pit first. So this pit here is going to live right over here. There you go. All we need to do now is level this terrain and then go cut down some trees and cut down some, probably get some wood and stuff. More trees, more barks. We can supply ropes and things like that. This needs long sticks and more ropes. Let's craft the rope. Things that I can craft, I will craft. So let's supply that. And let's cut down some trees. Now, I think it's okay for us to work in the rain. It might be a problem in the future, but should be okay. There you go. Grab the resin, grab the sticks, and grab even more sticks. Let's go ahead and put this right here. Put that one right there. And then last but not least, you. Oh, missing one more long stick. Okay. We can cut down this tree right here. The Eye of Odin has run out of fuel. We've got a new villager. That is awesome. We're going to need to build her another hut. There you go. All right. Pick up all this stuff. Pick up the bark. Pick up the sticks. And I'll deliver this. There you go. Build, build, and build. All right. Now, what do you need for this? Is this it? Are we good here? We are good. Let's go ahead and manage workers. We're going to give you this job right here. Yeah. Kara, you can have this right over here. Now, we need to assign some tasks to Kara. We're going to say metal scraps. Sure. Large stones. Sure. And small stones, 100. Sure. Those are the things that Kara is going to need to supply this workstation here. And then we need a woodcutter. Storage. Okay. And then we can upgrade this to a stonecutter's hut and a stonecutter's house. The next thing is going to be the stone woodcutter's pit, right? Let's go ahead and build that. That can also just kind of live right over here next to this. And let's go ahead and build. All right. Cut down these stumps and let's cut down some more trees. All of this is going to be handy for when the other guy wakes up, right? Is he still, he's still sleeping. He's still sleeping, this guy, man. All right, there you go. Lots of material here for whatever. Let's give you everything you need. Oh, Kara already seemed to have supplied everything. We need bark. We need bark so that we can make some ropes. Okay. With that, we can make some ropes. Supply the ropes and build. Okay. Kara, you got what you need. Let me know what I can do to assist you. Let's go ahead and assign you over here. Oh my God, you would actually be better here. And we'll assign the other guy to the stonecutter's pit. So we'll assign you to there. Awesome. We got a woodcutter and we got a stonecutter. Now let's assign this house to you. And then we have to build another one. So build, home, shelter, build. Let's build another shelter right over here. And maybe we should just build another one. If we press L, we can build the last thing we built right there. And these guys should be able to take care of that. All right, so my job specifically right now is to gather the bloods. Because if we can't expand our village, then we are not automating anything. And the goal is to automate everything so that I don't need to do anything. We got magic here. We got resource marker. Sure, we can put down a resource marker. I think we could do that right over down yonder, right? That's going to allow everyone to resource. Well, actually, no, I don't think we need to do that. We press M and we can show ranges. This is the range that our villagers can gather things in. So for right now, I think we're fine. We don't need to expand at all. Now, all right, let's take a look at what we want to build next. We're probably going to want a gatherer's pit, a tavern's pit. We want everything. We really do want everything, right? Shelter, rain collector, water. None of this stuff can be built. Do we need that at the moment? I don't think so. I don't think we do. And then this is a lookout. Do we need that at the moment? I don't think so. Yeah, all this stuff is pretty good. A lot of things require the workshop pit. So I think that's going to be our next build here. Craft materials, tools, can assign one worker. And let's go ahead and build this. Oh my God, this thing is massive. Right, it's massive because it's what's going to be used to, let's see, how do we want to place this? I think this is a good spot right here. Right? Nothing specific. I just want to have like a road this way. Yeah, I think we're fine right here. Let's build this thing. Because once we have the workshop pit, we can build a lot of other new things, right? We need to summon another person that will help me with the building. It says, I'm very thirsty. Let's get some water in our system. Do we not have any water? We do have a little bit of water. Okay. All right. Supply that. We need some long sticks, ropes, and sticks. Well, that's not a problem at all. I think we could do some ropes if we had some bark. Also, lots of sticks on the ground. Let's just grab that. Okay. That's a full inventory. We'll drop 3 sticks there. We need some long sticks, which our friend over here is already gathering. That's really nice. All right, we can deposit our sticks here as well. What do you have right here? This is thatch, actually. I can open storage here and turn this into fibers. Very nice. And this is also thatch storage. We got some long sticks over here. So she's been working. Very nice. I can just come over here and grab some stuff, deliver it, and be done with it. Also, we think I do have the ropes, right? I do have the fiber now to craft the ropes. So let's go ahead and craft 3 ropes. 1, 2, 3. All set. Deliver that. And we need, oh my God, 5 long sticks. That's a lot of long sticks. All right, we'll grab this right here, bring it back, and be happy. I do need to go find the Jotun bloods, though, because we need a lot of people. Yeah, you added materials to the workshop there. Give me some more of these. Do you have axes? I need to check your inventory. All right, 1 last long stick and we're good to go. All right, here we go. We're building our workshop. We are in a pretty good spot. Nice. So what's our first build here? We want to build the large stone axe. Oh man, yes, we do want to build a large stone axe because that'll allow us to get the big trees, right? We also want to get the large stone pickaxe because that'll allow us to get the large Jotun bloods, right? That's what we want to do. Also this road maker too. Oh yeah, we want to get the road maker tool for sure. Okay, let's go ahead and craft some stone blades. We can craft 5 stone blades, which we'll need for the large pickaxe. No, I can do fibers in my inventory. But my friend over here should have a decent supply of bark, right? Open storage. Oh yeah. Let's harvest this into fibers. Let's go ahead and turn that into ropes. We could do that. And with that, we should be able to craft our large tools. So, crafting table, rope into a large stone pickaxe. We're missing some sticks, which is okay. There's some right over here. And I do want to start marking out roads. Why? Because then things are going to get very cluttered very quickly. So I really want to start marking my roads out. So I want to get this road maker. Large stone pickaxe is ready to go. Nice. And let's get our road maker. We need some more stone blades, some more rope, and sticks we're fine with. Okay, let's get some stones. We can get some stones, no problem. Right over here. We're using our large pickaxe. And that is very handy. Pick up all those stones, please. We needed sticks, right? So craft, road maker. We need some ropes. 1, 2. And then we need some stone blades, which we can craft 5 of. Yes, there you go. Craft that road maker. Boom. All set. That's what I wanted. Now let's go ahead and do this thing. We're going to put it right over here. Why not? 6. That will allow us to get the roads. Can we do road planning now? Here. Yes, path maker. Build. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to build a path from here to there. Straight through here. Right? Confirm. And we're going to do it again. We're going to start here. And we're going to go here. Here. All set. And then I think we had... Yeah, we had planned here. So we can go from here to... here, and then kind of straight out this way, right? We could do that. And then from here, we could do, the Eye of Odin will be centered. So we could go from here to kind of up here. Let's make sure that we have this marker set properly here. Can we do this? Yes, we can. We go from here to that way. All right. Yeah. So that gives us like a little quadrant, right? That we can build things in. Let's do another path from here. So from here, nope, that's still too close. And then maybe one from here. You go straight up through here. That big stone is in the way, which is okay. We'll be able to demolish that later on, but I just want to have a sort of layout here for my city. We can build something there. We can build stuff over here. We can use this side right here for housing. We can use this side here for workshops, etc., etc. This is a quadrant right here that we could put something in. We could probably get a road right here, right? We could do one from the Odin, from the Eye to there. And that should be all fine. Yeah, I like that. I like that very much. The Odin is the centerpiece. And then we just need to get all this stuff built. Now, let's go get some more Odin blood. Grab all of this. I should get some rest for sure. Let's get some rest and get that rested bonus. All right, perfect. Okay, I think we're at a location or a point where we can stop and take a break. I am going to go ahead and end it here, this episode, this first impressions video. If you guys want to see more of this game, let me know in the comments, because then I can make some more videos. Depending on how this video does, then I will be making some more videos of ASKA. Again, we just got a big update here, and it's got a few new building levels. The most important thing here is the sailing, which we got in a previous update, but I didn't cover, so I want to get to that. And then getting the tavern and the beer making and all that stuff going as well. So I'm going to end it here. Let me know in the comments again if you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.